one of you guys said, girl, if you don't get back here, we are literally coming to your house. And I had to come back. I had to come back. So here I am alive, I am well. I got your messages, I got your DMs, and I just want to say, you guys are literally the best viewers ever. There's not that many of you guys, but I am always so shocked when one of you guys like DMs me on Instagram, on TikTok, and is like, girl, it's been 2 months. Where have you been? Are you okay? Is everything fine? We are worried about you. And so here I am back, and we have a lot to discuss. So this is not going to be like any of the other videos that I do. This is more so an explanation. I owe you guys that because you guys have been going through this journey with me. You guys subscribe, you guys are following me, you guys are checking up on me, you guys are sharing. It's like we have created this little book club of our own, and we all have this relationship. So I owe that to you guys, and so I am here, and we do have a lot to talk about, a lot. So let's start with, where have I been? I have been here. So a lot has happened since we last spoke. Somebody said to me, you're not wearing your ring, is everything okay? Everything is fine. I'm not wearing my ring because I don't always wear my ring, but guys, I am still here. I am still happy. In fact, look at my tattoos, okay? Everything is good. Everything is good. It is nothing going on with my husband. My husband and I are all good and well. And some of you's like, you lost some weight. What's going on with your health? Health has been a lot. I cannot even begin to go into what's going on there. But let me first reverse to actually what happened for me to get to a point where my health took a dip again. So I changed jobs. Well, technically no, I did not change jobs. I still work for the same company. I still am a finance girly. However, I'm just in a different role within that finance company that I was working with, okay? And by changing the roles, that meant that I had to change where I stayed. So I moved. I am not in South Africa anymore, as a lot of you guys would have noticed. Those of you that follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram, you would have noticed that I moved. I am not in Joburg anymore. I'm now based in Dubai. And the second question is, how is Dubai? Well, Dubai is Dubai. I love it here, but I think when I got here, my nervous system went like haywire. I got sick, I lost some weight. It is very difficult to be in a new environment without your people. And by people, I mean like, you guys know how close I am with my family and my friends. And so being away from them kind of hit me hard. And the other question is, girl, you're in Dubai. Why are you not doing vlogs? Why are you not taking us through this? Because I got here and I just struggled a little bit. Not that like I was depressed or anything like that, but maybe I was. But firstly, guys, I don't know. I'm not the best person at doing content in terms of vlogs and all of that. So I have to learn all of that in order for me to do that. A lot of you guys will be like, then girl, we understand you're going through a lot, but can you give us like Dubai content? Yeah, I will do my best, but the one thing is, why haven't I been making a lot of content? First of all, I was in a hotel for like a while, and I really didn't have like my own little place to, you know, set up and do all these different things. And I also didn't have a lot of my equipment, so I had to actually get some new stuff when I were here. And you guys will see that like my lighting is a little bit different, my like everything is a little different because I don't have my equipment. And being in a hotel is kind of like sad. I don't know. And I was in a hotel for such a long time that it was like this, it was a beautiful hotel. I had everything I wanted there, like, and the hotel that I got was actually like a full-on apartment, so I had everything that you would have in an apartment in my hotel, but I still just felt like I was in a box. Like I was just in a box, and I really didn't want to do anything for a while. And all I did really was eat, work, gym, eat, work, gym. And then I got sick, and so gym fell through, and so all I did was eat. And I couldn't eat as well because of the same health condition, and so I didn't have energy for gym. I was always tired, like always sleepy. A lot of people told me, oh, it's the humidity, oh, it's the weather, oh, it's this and that. For a long time I thought it was, until I told myself, like, girl, you've lost 5 kg. You are going to lose. I think I lost like 6 kgs in a matter of a month, and I was like, girl, you need to go see a doctor. Stop being stubborn. So I went to see a doctor, and yeah, we are on the mend. All is good. All is good, guys. All is good. All is good. All is good. So all is good on that front. All is good on that front. Then the question is, I finally also got my apartment. So now that I have an apartment at my place, I've built a little corner for myself. I've bought the things I need. I bought like the cutest rocking chair. Like, you guys, I love it here. So my apartment faces a lake, and this rocking chair, looking at the lake, reading, chef's kiss. I love it for myself. You guys, it's so great. And so now I have a little place, I have a little area, a little corner, I have my rocking chair, and now we can get to it. We can get to talking about the things that we like talking about. We can get to going on and on and on and on and on about the most randomest things ever. So welcome, my beautiful net gang. Welcome back. Happy New Year. It's been forever. I know we're going to like March. We're in Feb. We're going to March. And I'm like only saying Happy New Year to you guys now. How rude of me. That is so rude. But welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Over to the net stuff. Let's talk about the net stuff now. Let's talk about the net stuff, okay? So, have I been reading? Unfortunately, no. Well, yes, but not as much as I would love to have been reading. I fell into the most depressing reading slump ever, which is absolutely depressing for me, because reading is how I de-stress. After a long day at work, I want to open a book, I want to sit somewhere, and I just want to read. And now if I cannot even read, which means what else do I have? I have nothing. I have nothing but my thoughts, and that's why it got so bad for me, to a point that sometimes I was not even leaving my little hotel room. Like, it was very bad. I tried to read a number of different things. Some of the things that I read, I think made it worse. Like, there were so many books that we wanted to discuss, books about dragons, books about serial killers, books about all these different things, and I would literally like open the book, I'll read like 2 pages, and I'm like, no, I cannot do this. I cannot. And I felt like I was not doing the authors justice, because I'm reading their books from this dark place, this place of numbness, that even, and in that space of numbness, I am not doing justice to their brilliance. Their books might be so great, but I am not gonna give them the attention that I normally give books, and that would not be okay. So I ended up not reading a lot of those books. Then while my husband and I were traveling with my little sister, my little cousin, so we did a road trip. We went to Paris, we went to Claren, we went to Balito. We just were like going around, just traveling around Joburg, and obviously Durban and Free State, and we're just traveling around. And I started to read. I read a haunted house story. Oh my god, it was absolutely insane. I think one of the reasons why I didn't like talk about it a lot is because first of all, I feel like it's something that we've read, we've seen. If you've read a haunted house story, it is going to be the same with this one. Like, oh my god, it was brilliant. I think it actually got me out of that reading slump, because I was like, it brought back that feeling that I used to have as a kid when I would watch horror stories. I was like, oh my god. I was like reading and I was looking up, because I'm like, what if there's a spirit in this house? Because that is how well written it is. That is how amazing the story is told. But that is not what we're going to talk about here. So here we're not going to talk about one particular book. We're talking about everything. We are talking about every single thing. So that book was really, really good. After that book, I tried to read another book, which fell back into the reading slump, because I just feel like I was dealing with a lot in terms of my health, my mental health, the movements I was doing. I was second guessing myself. You know, the one thing I never really talk about here is I don't really talk a lot about my career. I don't really talk about my job, and because this is not the space for that. But I think it was that move, that shift, that moment where I was in limbo affected even Nerd Out. So you guys do deserve to know, and I'm telling you guys. So I was like a bit scared about the decisions I was making. I was second guessing myself a lot, because you know, when you make certain career choices and you've built certain relationships, and you know that I am in this great place right now, and suddenly to pick all of that up and go and have to introduce yourself to new people and have to be in a new environment, work with new people, with their working style, with their working culture, it is scary. It is scary, and you don't even realize it until you are me and you are stuck in a hotel room, unable to get out of bed, because you just feel overwhelmed and you can't even do the things that you love, like reading and writing. And again, those of you that part of my reading gang, my beta readers, you guys know that I owe you guys so many chapters, and we were supposed to get she out of the way, and we're supposed to move she from beta reading to proofreading, and we are going to work on self-publishing she, and obviously everything has had to take a back burner. But yeah, it's been a lot. It has been a lot. Then the other question that I got from you guys, I just need to just make sure that I have all your questions. Okay, then this question says, why have you not been making content in Dubai? I think I sort of addressed this already. Why haven't I mean, the other thing why I really haven't made like content in Dubai, it doesn't have to be long form, as someone mentioned to me. I can just do like small TikToks here and there, small shots. But it's because Dubai actually has a rule around content creation. You cannot like promote or, you know, influence people about particular brands and all of that without a specific license that you need to have in Dubai. And so I don't have that license, and I was in limbo for a while, because on my TikTok, as you guys know, we have the series that we do that is called Things I Bought Because of TikTok, where I talk about the things that I bought because of TikTok and because I have FOMO. And obviously with that series, I talk a lot about my opinion on certain brands and why I bought them and why you should buy them. And so that definitely would have been a problem for me to continue to do. And secondly, I also have received a lot of brand packages from some brands, and obviously that again is something that I need to be very wary of doing here without a license, because guys, you guys need to, if you guys want me to take such risks, which I won't take, but you guys need to, like, I need to get paid. I don't get paid from these things. So now why would I, you know, put myself through that, get a fine, when I'm not getting even paid to do that? So I was like, no, I'm not gonna get fined. No. So you need to get a license here to do content creation. And so it came back to then me thinking about Nerd Outs. So here at Nerd Outs, it's like a book club, but one thing we do is we talk mad shit about books that we don't like, and we talk amazing, we talk about the books that we do like, and we prop them up, and I always recommend those books. So for me, it was like, does that mean that technically I am promoting a brand? Because am I promoting that author by talking about them and by telling you guys to read their books? So again, I was not very sure if that falls within the content creator license, and I was actually advised that, like, it could be, and I should get the license. And so I am working on the license as we speak, because obviously Nerd Outs and you guys are like my love child. I love what we have here, and I want to continue it. And obviously we are going to talk about books, we are going to talk about places. On my TikTok, I am going to continue talking about all the different things that you guys love. I am going to be talking about the different brands, because even right now guys, it's so difficult, because one of the things that I wanted to do is I just dyed and conditioned my hair. So I also wanted to oil it, right? I wanted to oil my hair, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna oil my hair while I do the video. But now I was like, oh, if I'm oiling my hair while doing the video, would that then be a problem? Because am I promoting the brand? But I'm not really promoting the brand. It's just, this is me, this is what I want to do, this is what I use. I'm not even going to show you guys which brand it is, but you guys pretty much know. So even then I was like, okay, so can I, you know, oil my hair on camera? You know, can I do this and this? Because I don't want to get fined. 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 Okay, that feels good. That feels good. And this is not me promoting the brand. I love it. I love it. It works wonders for me. Obviously, because I dyed my hair black, I have to make sure that I condition it very well. Otherwise, it looks dry. And I have to make sure that I oil it very well. So, yeah. And let's tie it for a moment, and let's go back to the other questions. Okay. Oh, and you guys are probably wondering, how did my dress get so long already? It's because I put back. You know, that's the nice thing about dreadlocks. You can always just put them back. So, ooh, girl. Ooh, girl. Okay. What are you currently reading? What am I currently reading? I'm currently reading 2 books. Someone is probably saying, no, Leandra, you can't read 2 books at the same time. I am reading 2 books at the same time. I'm actually reading, I went to a bookstore so this book I bought back in South Africa, and I came back to from South Africa with it, and I'm still reading it. It's amazing. It's a weird book. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys are going to enjoy it, because there's, like, he just talks about plants a lot, like about plants, like a lot. I mean, it's even in the title. So he talks about plants a lot, but he uses plants to describe life. So that's kind of incredible. And basically it says, what this book is about, it says, on a remote estate in New South Wales, a man named Hollett promises his daughter Ellen's hand in marriage to whoever can correctly name hundreds of species of eucalyptus tree. So he's like, guys, I have all this eucalyptus tree at my house. If you name it, I'll give you my daughter for marriage. So Elaine observes the challengers come to the estate one after the other, drawn by tales of her legendary beauty. She gradually sinks into despair. I would too, because what do you mean? Like, you're gonna hand me over for marriage to just some random guy because he knows how to name plants? Are you mad? But one afternoon, a mysterious man appears among the gum trees and tells her stories of faraway lands. So currently, I'm just in the beginning. I think I'm in the beginning, not in the beginning, but currently, you know, we're getting to know a lot about Holland, and we're getting to know a lot about Elaine. We haven't met a lot of her suitors yet, and so I'm mostly looking forward to meeting her suitors and to meet this young man who's going to tell her all these amazing stories about these faraway lands. And so this is one book that I am looking forward to finishing, and once we finish it, we will deep dive and we will talk mad crap about it if it's bad, and we will big it up if it's great. So far so good. Other than all the plant talk, this book is amazing, right? As of now. And again, you can't really take away the plant talk because it is so engraved into the book. I mean, he says they have to know plants in order to marry his daughter. So of course this book is going to go on and on about plants. So that's the book that I'm reading now. Okay. But while I was reading this, I came across these, and I got them on sale. I was at, I don't recall if I was at Dubai Mall or if I was at Mall of the Marina, oh, that one, it's right across me. I don't know which one I was at, but I came across these. They were on sale, and I immediately said, I must. There was also Achilles, which I read before and I really loved, and you guys know because I also talked about Cersei, and you guys know how much I love Cersei. And so I said to myself, girl, behave, because I had just spent a lot of money. Like, I spent so much money being here. Like, let's not even talk about that. But I told myself, girl, be disciplined. You cannot waste, cannot blow through all that money. So you can only buy 2 books. So I bought 2 books. And guys, you guys don't understand. So Mythos is kind of amazing. Mythos is, it goes all the way back to, you know, when I talked to you guys, when we went over Cersei, the witch, remember, the one that turned men into pigs. So the same way, like, we go even deeper into the different myths, and it is absolutely amazing. Like, the way she retails these myths that we know. I mean, we all know these stories, we all know them, but the way she retails them is absolutely amazing, and I'm drawn to her over and over again. Like, I am rereading, you know, like the story of Gaia and Uranus, and I know the story so well, but the way she tells it over and over again just has me by my ankles. So I'm very excited. This is the one I'm currently reading right now. I'm very excited about this one. And then Odyssey. We spoke about this again when we did the deep dive on Cersei, and we talked about Odysseus. We talked about Odysseus, basically Achilles, the Trojan War. After the Trojan War, he was traveling back home, and while he was traveling back home, it took him so long to get home because he was just going on the most epic adventures. He met Cersei, he had a kid with Cersei. Like, oh my god, he did a lot. He met Calypso. You guys know I love Calypso. You guys know I absolutely adore Calypso. every single time I say I'm gonna dress as Calypso for Halloween, and I've never done it. And I need to dress as Calypso for Valentine. I don't know which Calypso I'm gonna dress as, this Calypso or Calypso from the Pirates of the Caribbean. I think the one from the Pirates of the Caribbean, because she looked like a badass. But Odyssey is so good, and you guys know that they're currently filming a movie for it, and I think Tom Holland and Zendaya are in it, so that's incredible. But I cannot wait. I will tell you guys all about it. I know the story like the back of my head. Do I know the back of my head? No, like the back of my hand. But I just love how Stephen Fry, how she does these retellings. I absolutely love it. I love it, and I must watch it. So that's what I'm currently reading. Now, moving on to our next question. Why did I not talk about Stranger Things? Why didn't I talk about Stranger Things? I think I did briefly on my TikTok. I didn't really do a deep dive of it because for me, Stranger Things is like a guilty pleasure. I was invested in Stranger Things and I love Stranger Things, but I was not the same way as I was with Game of Thrones, where I was part of all the little discords, all the little Reddit threads. I was in deep, where I was literally nerding out. Like, I loved to talk about Game of Thrones with anybody and everybody. Like, I would meet you and you would meet me, and you want to talk about Game of Thrones, you are about to be my favorite person for the next 3 days, because we have a lot of things to talk about. With Stranger Things, I love it, but I wasn't that invested, so that's why I think I didn't like talk about it that much. My thoughts on everything Stranger Things is it was okay. It was like an okay thing to watch. It was great. I loved it. I cried. I held my breath. It was right after I finished watching it, I was like, oh my god, this was incredible. But later on, when I was thinking back to it, I was like, that could have been better. That could have been better. That could have been better. Was it a great ending? It was. Was it an incredible ending? Perhaps. Were all our answers, were all our questions answered? Not even a little. Not even a little. Like, we had no answers. Like, in fact, I have more questions because they did so much but delivered nothing. I feel like the reason why I was not so invested is because my heart was broken, guys. My heart was broken when Game of Thrones ended, and they ended it the way that they ended it. It felt like a betrayal, and so I was like, I'm not gonna be that invested in how, you know, Stranger Things is gonna end, because I don't wanna go through that. I don't wanna go through that again. I think a lot of things that I've watched, like if you guys recall Lost was another one that just had the worst ending ever. Lost was worse than Game of Thrones. Actually, Game of Thrones was so bad because we expected so much from the get-go, and they delivered, and the books are incredible, and I feel like, I mean, the books are so good. The books are so good that they should have done it justice. They should have. Lost, it was great when it started, but then they lost the plot. They lost the plot along the way. We just kept watching because we were in, like, we had FOMO. So that's why we kept watching. Stranger Things is for kids. Okay, it's not for kids. I mean, they are kids. They were kids. I didn't expect a lot of trauma. I did expect somebody to die, and I mean, Elle is dead. Even if Mike believes that she's not. But I feel like Mike needs to believe that Elle is alive for him to feel okay, but that's it. That's it. I don't have a lot to say about Stranger Things, no. And that's why I probably didn't talk about it. Am I currently watching Bridgerton? Yes, of course, of course. I'm a lover girl. I love love, guys. I love love. So a lot of questions about Bridgerton that you guys have been asking. What are my thoughts and everything? I love this season. Like, I cannot wait to see how they wrap it up. But I love Sophie. I love Sophie so much, and I really love Benedict, and I've always liked Benedict. Be it I have found him a bit all over the place, but that's who he is. That's his character. I love Benedict and I love Sophie, and I feel like that is going to be so good. That is going to be incredible. They need to wrap it up incredibly. It still doesn't top Kate and Anthony, and I know it's a very tough conversation to have, because Edwina's heart got broken, and we feel bad for Edwina. But guys, I love it when a man yearns. I love it when a man yearns, and nobody yearns like Anthony. Like, that guy would sniff the air as she passes by. That man had it bad for our girl, like, and she had it bad for him too. And so how can I not? And I actually rewatched it, and I realized so many things that I think I knew them, but like, for example, I realize now why I didn't like season 3, and it's not about all the other things that you guys really don't like. For me, season 3 failed a lot because it's kind of unrealistic, and it's not about Pen and Colin's love. Their love is, I mean, friends to lovers, amazing. We love it and everything. I mean, when they were getting it on in the carriage, I was like, okay, get it on, get it on, get it all on, get it all the way, get it all the way. Okay, but my point is, for me, I feel like Lady Whistledown, Pen, needs to face more consequences to her actions. She needs to face, like, the fact, I understand that she has a queen's protection, and that's why everybody's just like letting it go. But in my opinion, for the first 2 seasons, she was the villain. Like, Lady Whistledown is the villain. The things that she did to Marina, the things that she did to Eloise, she just, oh hi, and they just brush it aside and they move on with it. I think they should have been more. And even in season 4, now that we are watching it, and everybody's like, we forgive you, just give us more gossip. No, I feel like I would be throwing tomatoes at her every time she passes by. I would be throwing tomatoes at her, because what do you mean? Then there's the whole controversy about Michael becoming Michaela, and for people that have read the books, it feels like a betrayal. But I feel like, guys, we have been watching this from season 1, and we've noticed that characters have been introduced, certain storylines have been, switched a little bit. Like Marina, for example, she's not supposed to be a Featherton, she's supposed to be Eloise's cousin or something like that. So at this point, I mean, they literally changed his character. I mean, the Duke, for example, he's black. In the books, he was not black. And Queen Charlotte is black. In the books, she was not. So Michael becoming Michaela is not really a train smash for me. The only part that I am finding a little bit difficult is I don't know how they will handle the storyline about infertility, because I feel like that is such a core storyline, and I don't know, I don't know. So, but I'm here for it. I don't have a problem with it. For me, it's amazing. It's great. The storyline that I'm waiting for the most is Eloise's. I cannot wait for Eloise's love. I cannot wait. I want Eloise to have the world. She deserves the world. She is the world. She needs the world. And also, I think that's why I don't like Pen, because I feel like Pen did Eloise dirty. Like, girl, you played in my face. You gaslit me for 2 whole seasons. You said the most heinous things about me, about my family, like. And also the whole thing of, oh, she did it to protect Pen. No, she did it to protect herself. If she really wanted to protect her best friend, she would have confessed that she's lazy, whistled down, and faced the music or whatever it was. No, she didn't do it to protect Eloise. She did it to protect herself. The same way she did Marina. She's like, oh, I did the whole thing with Marina to protect Colin. No, she did it because she wanted Colin. Because she could have gone to Lady Bridgerton, Violet, Colin's mom, and told her, and Lady Bridgerton would have handled this, privately. She would have, done what she does, pulled her son, but she went and wrote about it. Like, you guys see, like, I cannot. And it's crazy. Like, I feel like this is where sometimes people say morality can be a bit subjective, because here I am being the biggest Kate and Anthony, fan, cheering them on and saying, go Anthony, go Kate, go Anthony, I love you guys so much. But at the same time, they were technically cheaters. Because, I mean, we've said this many times, that cheating is not only physical, emotional cheating is also cheating. So here I am saying go, 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 but at the same time, I'm the same person saying let's crucify Pen. So it is subjective. It is very, very subjective. So now about my thoughts on this, how this current season will go. I don't have any. I just want to be surprised. I just want to enjoy the show. For once, I don't have anything to say. I just want to be a bystander. I just want to watch. I just want to be like, I just want to get those feels, guys. I just want to get those feels and just be like, this is amazing. This is great. This is everything. So no, I don't have any thoughts. I'm just here for the ride. I'm just loving it all the way through. There was a question here about my thoughts on the movie The Housemaid, because I did read the book and I did say that I enjoyed the book. I think I enjoyed the book then. If I was to read the book now, I don't know if I would enjoy it again. I actually have it on Audible, and I was probably thinking of reading it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. What did I think about the movie? It was I have no, I don't have complaints, but at the same time, I don't have compliments either. So it's just, it wasn't. A lot of people hate it when great books become movies, but I'm okay with it. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, okay, fine. There's some that I hate, absolutely hate, like 50 Shades of Grey, 50 Shades Grey, 50 Shades Grey, horrible, horrendous. Don't do that ever again. But again, the book itself is not great. It was great to me when I was sneaking it. I hope my mom is not watching this, but when I was 13 and I was like, ooh, when I shouldn't have been reading that book. But somehow, you know yourself, the girl that brought the book, and I read it. I thought it was like, ooh, scandalous, but it was trash. Sorry, I didn't. Okay, it was not good, and that's my opinion. It was not great. And then Twilight, you guys know I love Twilight. That Twilight was my personality for the longest time, that I even created my whole entire vampire world with my own vampires in accordance to me and my, anyway. But Twilight, I had a lot of problems with Twilight. My biggest problem with Twilight was the vampires themselves. I felt like the vampires in Twilight were trash, the worst, literally horrible. For me, the best vampires, I don't even know. I've watched so many vampire stuff, but let's take Dusk Till Dawn vampires. Let's make like these scary creatures. Let's mix them with the originals vampires, and let's like, I think maybe like, but glowing. And also the acting, I don't know, maybe it's the books, I don't know, I don't know, maybe it's the books. So, but like, for example, I love Harry Potter, I love Lord of the Rings, I love Game of Thrones, and I feel like the TV adaptations were not bad. They were not bad. Like Harry Potter, I have no complaints. As someone who read the books as a kid, read them again as an adult, has the entire collection, has literally on my flight from Joburg to Dubai, it's an 8-hour flight, I literally was just watching Harry Potter movies the entire time. So for me, I have no complaints. Lord of the Rings, I have no complaints. I think with the new series, I was excited initially, and then I just stepped away. So maybe we can use that. But so for me, I don't really have a problem. And when we actually talk about books becoming movies and talking about our feelings and our thoughts about it, we have to talk about Wuthering Heights. We must talk about Wuthering Heights. Yeah, no, I am going to go watch the movie. I'm going to go watch the movie probably tomorrow. I'll take myself on a solo date to go watch the movie, and we can talk about it. But I just know from what I've seen so far that I'm going in there with a not so great opinion. I don't know. I feel I am the same person who said it is okay that Ariel was black, because in my eyes, mermaids are black. I'm African, guys. We have African folk tales. We have I'm from Southern Africa, like, you know, like South Africa, Zimbabwe, I don't know about Namibia, but Malawi, all these countries have a lot of mermaid myth, a lot of mermaid stories. And for me, growing up, a mermaid has always been a black with actually dreadlocks. I've actually always imagined that mermaids have dreadlocks. So for me, seeing Ariel black was fine. But let's talk about maybe Queen Charlotte. With Queen Charlotte, I wasn't even angry that she was black, because it's fictional. It's okay. But now, when we are thinking about Wuthering Heights, they turned an obviously black or brown man white. Excuse me. And a lot of us have a lot to say about it, and it feels hypocritical, I know. It's just that with Queen Charlotte, I don't think it takes away from her story. But in Wuthering Heights, I do think it does take away from the story. I mean, I feel like they should have just made him black or brown. Let me go watch the story and I'll come back and tell you. Let me go watch the movie, and I'll come back and tell you guys all my opinions on it. But I'll and I know you guys keep telling me to do vlogs. I'll do a vlog. Oh, by the way, guys, I went to the Dubai Opera to watch Wicked on the Wicked musical in the theaters, Broadway. It was absolutely amazing. It was better than the movie, in my opinion. Hey, I'm Yolanda, in my opinion, okay? My sister's gonna kill me, guys, but in my opinion, it was better than the movie. Was it better than the original Broadway? I enjoyed it more. Maybe it's because I've never seen the other one live, but I enjoy the other one's music more, I think. I don't know, but I think music wise, it's the Broadway version, the version that I watch now, and the movie. Visuals wise, the movie's great, but it's the movie, of course. So I'm not gonna talk about that. What else do you guys want to know? What else do you guys, I think you guys just drop your questions and your comments and everything in the comment section, and I will respond to everything. Feel free to DM me your questions. I know a lot of you guys have a lot of questions about Dubai. You guys have a lot of questions about my job, and I don't really like talking about my job a lot, but if you guys need me to tell you, like, you want to talk about career progression and all these different things, then we can talk about that. We can talk about a lot of things. I feel like I've become quite close with a lot of you guys. I follow a lot of you guys back on TikTok, where I'm mainly on TikTok. I'm really on Instagram. So a lot of you guys have followed you guys back on TikTok, and if I don't follow you back on TikTok, you know, say it in the comment and I'll follow you on TikTok. I love to see you guys, and I love to see all your opinions and to see what you guys are reading. I absolutely love it. The last question that I got from you guys was, am I writing? And I already mentioned what has happened with my writing, but I do intend on writing. I do intend on writing. This person also asked if I am going to get more beta readers, because she would love to be a beta reader. I think DM me, guys. DM me on Instagram. Actually, I check my Instagram DMs more than I do my TikToks. I mean, I'm mostly on TikTok for laughing. I'm mostly on TikTok for laughing and everything. On Instagram, I do check my DMs every now and then, so DM me on Instagram. And that's it, guys. I don't know what else we have to chit chat about. We have covered everything. I love you guys so much. I am so grateful for each and every single one of you guys. I'm grateful for the comments that you guys send me. I'm grateful for the, you know, like, you guys are the funniest. You guys sometimes send me TikToks, which is funny. Like, one of you guys sent me a TikTok about a guy talking about how he used witchcraft on his girlfriend and then it backfired, and I was like, should we talk about that? Should we talk about that? So I am so grateful that in the busyness of life that I have been able to create this family, this little friendship, book club, sisterhood, because I know a lot of you guys are women, and we also have a lot of men as well. So I love each and every single one of you guys. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys. I am okay. Thank you for checking up on me. Thank you for worrying about me. Thank you for all your well wishes and all your prayers, and I will see you guys another time. I will see you guys. We shall be back as soon as we finish either one of these beautiful books. As soon as we finish either one of these beautiful books. We finish either one of these beautiful books, I will be back and we will talk about it. I love you.